So let me just come right out and say it. The INFJs are not the most logical of the feelers. They're not any more logical than all the other feelers who also have thinking in their third slot, again, using the MBTI coding. So they're not any more logical than the ESFP and the ENFP who have TE in their third slot. They're not any more logical than the ISFJ who has TI in their third slot. They're not any more logical than any of the other feelers. And everybody is missing what is right in front of them.
Look hard.
And that is the NI. That's what people are seeing. That's what people are mistaking for TI. And the reason that I say that is because whenever an INFJ decides they want to join the conversation, it is usually because they have a very singular, holistic point, right? That's kind of what NI does. It puts everything into this kind of singularity and says, this is the point of everything that we're talking about. I have the meaning, and I'm going to give you all of these connections to this singular point. And this can be very easily mistaken for, say, like the ISTP. And I said this in one of my other short videos, I believe. TI and NI, they want to know all of the different keys that unlock all the different doors, right? They have all those steps, those logical steps, and they want to know how it fits into this big picture, but they want to go through every single step. Whereas NI and TI, they want to know the master key that unlocks all the doors, right? They want to know that singularity, and they want that, one function that kind of unlocks and gives that singular point to that big concept. But what I think people are thinking that they're seeing whenever they talk to INFJs is because they're going through, it feels like to them that they're going through steps and they're going through logic, and people mistake that for being this logic gate, and it's not. And I think a big thing that people also need to remember and really try to put these two things together, when you look at their cousin, the INTJ, and you look at the INFJ, they are very similar. They're a lot more similar, I think, than people initially give to these two types, but they come off very, very similar, right? They're both very still in kind of their mannerisms. They both have the NI kind of gaze to them. They both talk in singular concepts, and I think that's what people are mistaking is when they listen to an INFJ, it does feel very like, here's your singular logic points, but that's not what they're displaying. That's not what they're conveying. And so people mistake that and go, oh yeah, they're very logical. They were really stuck on this point, which feels like TI, but it's not. It's still the same thing. It's still, I've thought this through very subjectively, right? It's still subjective. It's still introversion. They're still coming down into this very singular point, but it's not through the same process as TI, and that's not what you're hearing.